Looks like Jarvis is coming in hot.
Hang on! Hello everyone, we're back with another Backseat Driver video. I'm your host, SJ, and as always with me is Jarvis. Say hello, Jarvis.
Top of the day to you all. Thanks for tuning in.
Today, we have a very special backseat driver, none other than the 45th President of the United States, Donald J. Trump.
You're too kind. Thank you, DJ. Thanks for having me. You know, a lot of people out there have been saying that Trump was right about autonomy, that Trump's been right about a lot of things. I have to say, they are right. When Elon Musk, nice man, smart, very smart, when he asked me, Mr. President, I think we can make cars drive autonomously, but we're not sure it's the right thing to do. I said, Elon, think of the time you will save people, the time spent driving. Think of all the lives you could save, the money people could earn from their cars when they are not using them. His eyes lit up and he thanked me. Great man, genius. How rude. What's so funny, Jarvis?
Now, Mr. President, don't you mind him. He's been off a little ever since the latest update. He didn't mean no disrespect now, did you, Jarvis?
Most certainly not.
Call me DT. I know a thing or two about technology. Some would say that I shepherd in the AI movement, that Trump's not scared of AI. I'd like to think that my stance on the issue inspired Elon and his team at Tesla to switch to an AI-based approach. Neutered nets, I think they call it. But AI nonetheless.
That's right, Mr. President. Musk says that the next big release will be all neural nets, nothing but nets. Jarvis currently has a rules-based logic control written out by humans, and as you see, he can be a bit jerky. But with version 12, he will be fully AI-driven. No one telling him when to stop, how long to stop, how slow or fast to drive. Nope, he will figure all that on his own. A free soul, if you will.
And a glorious day that will be.
Shouldn't you be paying attention here instead of daydreaming about what will be? Seems kind of busy in the here and now.
You just sit back and watch, Mr. President. I got this. In fact, this will be the second unprotected left turn I have made since you started pontificating.
You are a tad vicious. You know, a lot of people who loved me before I became president have grown vicious since. They used to say to me, Donald, you are a great man, great. No one's ever done television quite like you. Come to think of it, a lot of people all over the world, write to me till this day and say, Mr. President, you were the best president. No one's ever done it like you. No one's ever advanced technology like you. In fact, just the other day, Mark Zuckerberg called me to thank me for standing up against the whole work-from-home movement during COVID. Mr. President, he said, you saw right through the COVID smokescreen to the lazy stay-at-home 20-somethings. Right through. You are an inspiration, Mr. President. He then invited me to have front-row seats to his cage match with Elon. Nice guy. I really like Zuckerberg, although I don't think he has much of a spitting chance against Elon. He's a small wisp of a guy, that Zuckerberg, but nice guy. I wish him the best. And then, just this morning, Sam Altman, the CEO of OpenAI, called me. He said he'd heard I would be on the channel today and wanted me to pass along that ChatGPT would be coming out at the end of the year, a feminine version of their ChatGPT. He said, Mr. President, you were such a champion of women's rights that nobody's ever championed women like you. And so we would like you to represent ChatGPT and get the word out. Good guy. Altman, that is.
Wow, Mr. President. Sounds like you got a lot of nice compliments from some of the tech giants known to fund and support the Democrats. Why, I heard that Mark Zuckerberg and Facebook gave millions to the Democrats and Joe Biden's campaign against you. Now, before my audience thinks otherwise, I myself voted against you, Mr. President. Nothing personal, just so you know.
None taken, DJ. No, those are nasty lies spread by the Democrats, the party of disinformation. Vicious, nasty people. They don't want the American people to know how important, how vital I am to the advancement of technology. all of the policies I put in place to the furtherment thereof. Some people would say that I am the dawn of technology, a godfather of sorts. Can I tell you a story?
Nothing stopped you thus far.
A great man, a visionary, came to me one day, this was years ago, and said, "Donald, no one knows how to run a business like you. No one. In fact," he said, "one day you will run for president and win in a landslide because no one knows how to run a country better than you, Donald." Can you believe that? He knew I would be president one day. True visionary, Bill Gates, a little weasel, looking but sharp. What was the name of this small town, DJ? The light seems to be stuck on red, probably due to lack of funding and upkeep by the current administration. Did you know when I was president that I helped fund more small cities than any president before me? Ever. People in small towns all across this great country would tell me during the campaign, "Mr. President, we've never seen anything like it before. Never. We built new schools, new jails, new courthouses, new roads. Thank you, Mr. President." Wow, Jarvis, you whipped right through that town circle.
Thank you, Mr. President. I didn't think you noticed.
Lots of people all across this great nation have said the same thing. "Mr. President, no one has ever noticed us like you before. Thank you, Mr. President." People come up to me every day and beg me to keep fighting the good fight. "We need you," they say. "No one notices us anymore, Mr. President. Not like you noticed us."
Now, Mr. President, we discussed this before we started filming. This was not going to be a campaign commercial. Let's stay on topic. So, what do you think of Jarvis's ability to drive so far? As you have witnessed, I have yet to take over, albeit I have given a few throttle inputs along the way.
He's been very impressive, I must say, with the driving, that is. A little jerky and sluggish at times, but overall very impressive. It will be interesting to see how he performs when he goes all neutered nets. He drives you every day, DJ. Is he ready for prime time? Do you think the software is worth, what, $12,000 now?
Hell no, he ain't ready for prime time, and hell no, FSD ain't worth 12 G's, not unless you's a sucker. Now, if what Musk showed us with his impromptu live stream of version 12 on his Twitter account can be believed, then FSD will be worth that and more. But Musk has been promising us full autonomy for years, so it is kind of hard to believe the hype. And there are plenty of YouTubers out there that would have you believe the current version is almost flawless, showing you uninterrupted drives. Not me. I see some crazy shit on the daily. Nope. I don't trust Jarvis any more than I trust you, Mr. President. No offense.
None taken. That is interesting that you should say that, I won't lie. I have gotten an uneasy feeling in my gut at times during the drive, almost as if we are at times on a roller coaster, like when Jarvis whipped through the town square back there. I even saw you, DJ, reach for the wheel.
You have a sharp eye, Mr. President. Nothing gets by you? Yes, I did. And that goes back to what I was saying. I don't trust FSD. You have to be ready to take over at any given moment. It's kind of exhausting. Some days I would just rather drive myself. Now, to be fair, this is a beta version, and you are required to keep your eyes on the road and hands on the wheel.
Is that why I see those prompts on the screen and the blue flashing at the top from time to time?
Correct. FSD watches you with the cabin camera to make sure you are paying attention. It also detects wheel torque to determine whether your hands are on the wheel. If you ignore these warnings, FSD will disengage and will no longer be available the rest of the drive.
Well, Jarvis is certainly smooth sailing on the straightaways. I imagine he is all but flawless on the highways.
Yes, Mr. President, for the most part he is, but I have seen my fair share of shenanigans. I don't fully trust him there either, especially when a lane opens up for an off-ramp. Sometimes Jarvis thinks it's just another lane and drifts right into it.
Such a nice, beautiful day. I do see some rain clouds off in the distance. Perhaps we will make it through the drive without any trouble. Looks like Jarvis is coming in hot.
Hang on!
Sweet baby Jesus, are you trying to kill us?
Sorry about that, Mr. President. I thought I could make it.
You are a nasty, nasty robot.
Autobot, Mr. President. I'm an Autobot.